everybody and welcome to this week's LTW, and this is the final LTW pre-season edition until the actual NRL season starts, and I am very excited. But today we'll be talking about this final round of the Witz's pre-season challenge and how the one and only Parramatta Eels have gone on and won the entire thing. And all I'm saying is last year's winners was the Brisbane Broncos. They won the pre-season challenge. This year it's Parramatta. Brisbane went on to win the premiership. Can Parramatta win the premiership this year? You know what? The matches that we played, it looked pretty good for us. We're going to be talking all about today. Round 3 is my favourite round of the pre-season tournament because it actually has the teams going up against each other with basically their full teams out there as well. So let's get straight into the matchups. We kicked off the NRL pre-season weekend with 2 games at Leichhardt, a Leichhardt double header to say. And wow, the first and last game at Leichhardt were very good. It included the Warriors losing to the Dolphins. If you look at the score, it is incredible. 38-34. It's just ridiculous. What a game. And that's just the opener for Leichhardt. Good showing from both sides, but still a little bit to improve on for the Warriors. I don't think this is anything to show they can do really bad this season. I'm pretty sure they'll end up having a pretty good season. The second game at Leichhardt was between the Tigers and Penrith, and I tell you what, it was a really good game to see. It was also so good that we saw a streaker at Leichhardt as well. Okay, so let's talk about the match. Penrith lost to the Tigers 26-12. You can't make any excuses, Penrith fans. I know last week you got absolutely battered by the Cowboys, but that's okay. You guys didn't have your proper squad out. This time, you look through the squad, it's a proper squad. It's got Cleary in there, Mr. Big Chin Man. You've got all those guys. You've got your entire team. The Tigers got their team as well, and they cooked. The Tigers played really well. They were exciting to watch. 26-12, one of probably my favourite pre-season matches of the season so far. We also saw a little mix of good young talent from the Tigers as well, and Nathan Cleary got a sin bin, so it's all I could have wished for in a pre-season game. Okay, so the next game was at Polytech Stadium in Gosford. Gosford also held a double header with Parramatta playing in that next game, which I'll be about to talk about. But the first one was between the Sharks and the Raiders, and the Sharks, after being cooked last week against Parramatta, absolutely destroyed the Raiders 48-6. Yeah, from a Raiders point of view, I don't know how you'd really take that. They didn't score until quite later on. If I have a little look at the team list here though, you can kind of see why they got so destroyed. They just did not have a good team out there, and compared to Cronulla, who actually had their main team out there, including Nico Hines and all that. So it kind of justifies the score, but yeah, just a bit disappointing from the Raiders, to be honest. The next game was between the Sydney Roosters and the mighty Parramatta Eels. This was the second game at Gosford. I was very tempted to go up to watch it. I was very tempted to go watch the first game as well, but once again decided not to, which was, I probably should have, to be honest. Should have supported the team, lads. But we got the win over the mighty Sydney Roosters. The Sydney Roosters have lost both their games this pre-season, getting destroyed to the Tigers in Newcastle last week and losing to Parramatta in a very close game in Gosford, 28-22. Josh Adokar was back in the side and he scored the first try for Parramatta of the night. The first try of the entire night was from Lindsay Collins for the Roosters. And honestly, I did think the Roosters were going to go on the win this, being ahead 22-12 at half time. It was a great comeback by Parramatta. We saw tries from Moses, Tago, Russell, and 2 from Samrani late on. It was good to see the conversions. For us, 2 for 6. They were 3 for 4. 2 for 6 is an absolute atrocious number, but can't worry too much about it, to be honest. But great to see Sam Rani perform well, and same for Targo. Obviously, we need a replacement for Lomax, and the question is it Summerton was my guess, but it looks like it might be Sam Rani or Targo playing in that position. The next game at the Sunshine Coast Stadium, it was the Storm taking on the Titans. And for some of you'd only see in pre-season, the Melbourne Storm lost 12-42 to the Gold Coast Titans. It was a bit weird to see it with Cameron Munster being out there, which it we obviously know what he can do. We also saw Harry Grant out there. Like, it wasn't a bad Storm team. For the Titans to go and do that was pretty incredible. 42-12. They'll be very happy with that. And the Titans actually came second in the pre-season challenge. They lost by 1 point. I don't really know how the point system works, I'm not going to lie. They had one less bonus point compared to us. I mean, they finished on 29 as we finished on 30. Which is good to see. I don't really know how it works, but all I know is we won both games and we're at the top of the ladder for the first time in a very long time. I don't care if it's just pre-season, but thank you, Titans, for beating the Storm, like absolutely battering them and not being so good that we're still on the top of the table. So, cheers, lads. The final game was in Mudgee at Glenwillow Oval. We saw the Rabbitohs take on the Manly Seagulls, and disappointing from the Seagulls, they were like 24-0 down when I last checked. Now full time 30-6. Yeah, good performance from the Rabbitohs. They played well. Manly, they were pretty mid. Obviously, you gotta be pretty mid, pretty bad to lose 30-6 to the South Sydney Rabbitohs. But yeah, those were actually all the games, much as games compared to last time out, because well, teams gonna head to Vegas for when rugby league starts again. But Parramatta have won something, finally. It is the Witz's pre-season challenge. We're at the top of the table and we have won it. So that's something for me to celebrate a little until the season starts and we end up missing finals like we normally do. Yeah, and the Titans came second, so maybe it doesn't show too much. But good performances from all teams. Can't really tell exactly what's going to happen this season just yet, but from what I'm thinking, it looks to be a very good one. See you guys in the next one. Hope you enjoyed LTW pre-season edition. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.